start recording. Okay, yeah. So basically, diffusion is the movement of particles from an area of higher concentration to lower concentration. Suppose I'm just giving you I'm explaining it in general way, but I will explain how it works in cell. Okay. Suppose
Okay.
we have this is A and this is B, and there are
Mm.
some particles in A. Let's say there are these are particles on B side, and this is boundary, or you can say just this is separating A and B part, and in B we have three particles. So which has higher concentration, A or B?
A.
A. So and B has lower concentration. So the particles would move from area of higher concentration to lower concentration. And does it require any force? No, it will happen
Mm.
itself, right? Because if
It's like a gas.
yeah, like a gas particle or any particle, they will, like, even if water, like water move from higher concentration to lower, right?
Yeah.
Or carbon dioxide, nutrients, oxygen, anything, any substance. Okay, so what
Mm.
will happen from A, the particles would move to B, but the question is until when? It will keep moving until equilibrium is achieved. Equilibrium means that both side we have equal particle. Suppose this side we have 5 and this side we have 5, then it will stop moving. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so diffusion is the movement of these particles from higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. Okay, and it move until equilibrium is reached. It is diffusion is called passive process. Passive means it does not require any energy, right? Or it does not require any force or any like it is just because it moves because of the kinetic energy of the particles, right? What is
Right.
kinetic energy? Kinetic energy means
Kinetic
energy.
energy, or is it movement?
Yes, it is movement. So like gas particles, they keep moving in random direction, so they have kinetic energy, right?
Yeah.
So because of that they move from higher concentration towards lower. It is passive process. Passive means no energy required or no driving force is required. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a basic idea. So when we talk about cell, we know that cell has a membrane, right? If this is a cell,
Right.
it has a membrane, outer covering, outer layer, which is called cell membrane. What are the functions of cell membrane? It give protection to cell, right? It
Right.
to get rid of waste, like waste material, and communication, to send signal from one cell to another, interactions with other cells. All these things, these are the functions of cell membrane. A soap bubble is like a cell membrane. You can understand it like this. Okay. Now,
Okay.
because this movement of particles can be anything, like I said, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients, right? Because oxygen has to be
Right.
transported to each and every cell. How it will transport? It will pass through the cell membrane, right?
Right.
Yeah. So basically, cell constantly need to exchange substance with their environment, like oxygen supply, oxygen diffuse from the bloodstream. Like we know that blood carry oxygen, right? And
Right.
through that, it reach to each cell, and then carbon dioxide removal from each cell,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
It, yeah, so carbon dioxide diffuse out of cells into the blood, right?
Right.
Then nutrients like glucose and other small molecule, they diffuse into the cell to be used in energy production and growth. Waste product like urea, they have to
Yeah.
go out of the cell, right? So
Right.
yeah, so these things are, they have to pass through the membrane. Like if you see, there are two sides, this side, side 1 and side 2. This is cell membrane, suppose. Okay, so
Okay.
they to, like if this is cell 1, this is cell 2. For the let's say cell 1 has to transport um, any substance to cell 2, so it has to pass through this membrane. And
Yeah.
membrane is semi permeable. Semi permeable membrane means it will only allow it if it like, because any, like there are lots of bacterias, things which can which can be harmful for cell, right? So
Mm.
it works like a gate. Okay, it will only open, or it will only welcome which is good for the cell. Cell knows it, that this is good for me, so it will allow it to come or to go out. Okay, like
Okay.
this is saying I'm stuck behind this semi permeable membrane, right?
Mm.
So semi permeable means it has to give, like you have to take any substance before entering, it has to take permission from cell membrane. Only then it can enter or leave.
Okay.
This is how cell membrane looks like. It is made up of protein, carbs, and this, there is double membrane. So this is the structure. It is made up of lots of molecule, like I said, different types of proteins, carbohydrates, lipids. So you want to pass through? Oh sure, go right ahead. That's just fine with me. So, like cell membrane tells what they are fine with. Semi-permeable membrane putting passive in passive transport. If this is cell membrane, this molecule wants to pass. Only it will pass if cell membrane allow it or give permission. Okay. So there are two types of diffusion. Okay.
Okay.
Two types of passive transport. Passive means no energy required. Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, movement of particles from an area of higher concentration towards lower concentration. Does this require any energy? No, right?
No.
Diffusion, yeah. So diffusion, an example of passive transport. But there is one more type of transport or diffusion, which is called facilitated diffusion. Facilitated means, like here you can see, this side we have higher concentration, right?
Right.
And this side
Lower.
lower. So it will go from
Lower to highest. What? Mm.
highest to lowest always.
Oh.
Because lowest is like they require. They already, highest have already more. So it go from high
Okay.
to low. Okay.
Okay.
Facilitated diffusion means it also goes from higher to lower, but there are some channels or some pathways through, or some gate through which it pass. Like whole membrane will not allow these molecule to pass through, like in case of diffusion, but there are some gate, or these
Right.
gates are called channels. These molecules can only pass through these gates when they are open, and when the molecules are enough on both sides, these gate get closed and molecules cannot pass through them. Again, this also does not require any energy, because again it is moving from higher concentration towards lower. But this is only transported by gates or channels, which is called facilitated, because they are facilitating it, right?
Right.
Hmm. So what is diffusion?
Diffusion, particles spreading, like spreading apart.
Okay. What else? Anything about it? Just spreading about. Just.
Like
Hmm.
my teacher told me this example of like, let's say someone sprays perfume from one side of the corner. As it is an example, spray something across the class in the corner of the classroom. It
Yeah.
will go to the whole class. It will go all around the particles.
Mm-hmm. It will. Okay. I'll send you notes after the class. You have to write them in your notebook and okay,
Okay,
short notes. Not this one, very short, but main points
like
you put.
summarizing,
Yeah,
like summarizing.
yeah, summarizing. So diffusion means moving across because we are talking about cell. I saw that the title that you shared with me, syllabus, was
Yeah,
cell. It was related to cell. So we need to like that's very basic. Like that is correct what you are saying, but according to the topic we have to study, right? Molecules,
yeah.
yeah, like if we have this cell, there is a cell membrane. Suppose outside cell there are two particle, but inside there are lots of particle. So there is a concentration gradient. Gradient means one side inside concentration is high, right?
Hmm.
And outside
Right.
only there are two particles, so here concentration is low. So the
Yeah.
particle would move from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. This movement is called diffusion. So molecule moves across. Okay, you read this.
Which one? The one with the tick.
Hmm.
Molecules move across the cell membrane by a process called diffusion.
Yeah. So across like cell, because cell needs like lots of substance has to be transported outside and inside, and cell needs to communicate with their environment with other cells, right? So all these things are
Right.
done by diffusion. This movement is diffusion. And diffusion, because see how interesting it is, because if diffusion takes energy, our body's energy is going to get, even we need more energy. This is diffusion is done without any energy, right?
Right.
So this is a method of saving energy. Like it does not require energy, otherwise we should have we would have to take more energy, because like we have, our body is made up of thousands of cells, millions of cells, right?
Right.
And if each cell will consume energy, you can imagine how much energy we would require, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so God made us like that.
Yeah.
Hmm. Diffusion is the movement of molecules from areas of greater concentration to areas of lesser concentration. This is important. This is the main definition of diffusion, okay?
Okay.
Like here you can see, let me zoom it more. These yellow dots, they are particles or molecules, and this is cell green. So where concentration of these particles are high, outside cell or inside in first case?
Inside cell.
So how it should move in, from inside to
Outside.
outside, higher to lower, right?
Yeah.
So the molecule moves out of the cell, okay? Because inside
Okay.
concentration is high. Now here you see they keep moving outside until until
It's equal.
yeah, it's equal both side, equal concentration, both side it will maintain equal, okay? In this example, where concentration is high, inside or outside?
Uh, outside.
So how should it move? In, like, or out?
It should move in.
Yes, molecule moves into the cell. Yeah. until it will move, until it gets equal both side. Okay.
Okay.
So molecule moves into or out of the cell until there is an equal number on both side of the cell membrane. This black thingy, this is cell membrane. Okay.
Okay.
So it keeps moving until we get equal
Mm.
concentration both side. Now, first let's talk about what are the factors that can affect diffusion in cells. So first factor is concentration gradient. Um, like bigger the difference in concentration, the faster diffusion will occur. Suppose this is A, this is B. If I just make, there we have only two sub, like two particle, B side we have three. So here the diffusion will be very slower rate, right? Because the difference
Right.
is not that much. There is only a difference of one particle, right?
Yeah.
But if you see this side, suppose this side we have this many particles, these are all okay particles, and this side we have two. So like difference as compared to first one is more, right? Is it?
Yeah. Yes.
So bigger the difference in concentration, faster diffusion will occur. So diffusion will would be faster in which case? Case 1 or case 2?
Case one.
In case 1 it would be faster,
Yeah, because less is like more space.
but there is only one, it required one.
So
The
two.
Yeah, because as I said, the bigger the difference is more here. There are lots of in A part we have lots of particles, and in B there is only two. So there is a large difference in concentration between A and B, right?
Yeah.
So in case 2, the diffusion would be faster. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Did you get it? When it would be
Yeah.
faster? Hmm. Can you
It'll
explain?
be fast. So basically, you're trying to explain that if there's like more than one, like on two,
Hmm.
it will go faster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then if it's less on the other side, it'll go slower.
Okay. Yeah. So next is surface area to volume ratio. Small organisms or cell with large surface area relative to their volume can exchange substance more efficiently. Like if the things are smaller, they are more efficient. You can understand it like suppose you have a big box, okay, and you have to put stuff into it, you have to arrange things. Suppose this is a almirah, you have to, or shelf, okay, you have to arrange books, and there is just one big shelf, okay.
Okay.
So it would be difficult for you to arrange books in it as compared to if you have same shelf but there are small boxes. So that would be even better, right? So
Yeah.
second case is more efficient as compared to first, right? Why? Because surface area to volume ratio is large here. Small organ,
Yeah.
like here in case of first case, small, like when we have small organisms or cells with large surface area relative to their volume, they can exchange substance more efficiently. That's why in our body is made like that. Like our whole body is divided into smaller cells so that it can be more efficient. Okay.
Okay.
Next is membrane thickness. Thinner membrane means shorter diffusion distance, speeding up transport. Right? If the membrane is thin, it will speed up transport, right? It will diffuse
Right.
faster. Yeah, then temperature. Higher temperature would increase kinetic energy, right?
Yeah.
Like if you put like if you take if you boil water, water
Yeah.
molecules start moving because they have kind as we give heat energy, it transfer into kinetic energy, right?
Right.
So as temperature increase, the particle would get kinetic energy and particle will diffuse faster, right? So these are the
Right.
factors on which diffusion, if like factors that affect diffusion. Now let's talk about osmosis. So water molecules are small enough to pass through the cell membrane by diffusion. Only small molecule can pass through diffusion, okay?
Okay.
Some concentration of water outside of cell, like if you see in first case, water molecule, they move in and out at the same rate until they maintain equal concentration. So osmosis is the diffusion of water across the cell membrane. So like diffusion is the general word. I- when we are diffusion can be for oxygen, for carbon dioxide, if any substance is like transferring from or coming into and out of the cell, going out of the cell, okay?
Yeah.
But osmosis is the diffusion of water only. When we are talking about diffusion of water, that's osmosis, okay? So this
Okay.
is the special case. So if you see first case, here inside the cell, there is less water, right, compared to
Yeah.
outside. So water would
Yeah.
move into or out of the cell.
Into.
Yes. So when water move into, cell would swell up, okay?
Yeah.
And in second one, we have same concentration outside and inside, right?
Right.
So it what happens in this case, cell, like if some amount of water is going outside of the cell, same amount would enter. So the transport keep happening in both direction and it maintains same size because the concentration is same outside and inside of cell, right?
Right.
And third case, where we have lower concentration.
Is it the one that shrinks?
Where we have lower concentration, inside or outside of the cell.
Inside.
Inside it's lower, yeah. So um, basically, oh, but in this case, yeah, when inside is lower, so water would move from outside and it enter and cell swell up, okay? When
Okay.
water inside is higher, it goes out, and when water goes out, cell shrink.
Okay.
Mm, mm. So like you said you wanted to take half an hour class today.
Yeah, because I don't know, I've not been feeling well today. It was raining a lot here, so.
So should we